Hey, what's up? It's strange here, right in your ear, like we're the only two awake in this dark corner of LA at 3 a.m., the city lights flickering like they're trying to hide something. No Polish, no ads, just the unfiltered dirt nobody wants dragged into the daylight. January 1st, 2026, midnight exactly. Piper Rockelle, the same Piper you watched as a kid doing goofy pranks and dance challenges with her squad, drops her OnlyFans link across every platform she still controls. No big build-up beyond some teasing countdowns in December, just live, and 24 hours later, a screenshot hits X, $2.9 million gross, 1.4 million from subs alone, 819,000 from DMs, 118,000 in tips. She posts it like it's nothing special. My first day, forever grateful. The internet detonates, some call it empowerment, most feel that sick twist in the gut. Because this isn't a fresh start. This is the brutal payoff after years of grooming, literal and figurative, that her mom Tiffany Smith spent a fortune trying to scrub from the record. I'm strange, and on Dirty Hollywood we don't skim headlines, we rebuild the crime scene frame by frame. Leaked court docs, survivor interviews, deleted posts, whispered DMs from people who were in that house when the lights went off. Tonight we go deep on Piper Rockelle, the dark truth her mom fought to bury, the disturbing price she paid, and how almost $3 million in one day isn't victory, it's the receipt for a childhood sold piece by piece. Let's start at the root, because empires like this don't appear overnight, they grow from cracked foundations. Piper Rockelle Smith enters the world August 21, 2007 in Canton, Georgia. Small town, no spotlight yet. Dad's gone before she's old enough to remember his face. Tiffany Smith, single mom, hustling at a pet grooming salon, shampooing dogs, dealing with barking chaos, barely covering bills. Homeschooling because Tiffany doesn't trust outsiders with her kid. Pageants kick in early. Toddlers in tiaras, fake smiles, spray tans. Tiffany sees the spark. Dollar signs in those big eyes. By 8 Pipers on musical.ly, the old lip sync app before it became TikTok, bouncy dances, silly faces, that infectious kid energy, views climb. Tiffany grabs the reins, manages logins, edits clips late at night, scripts every post. This stops being playtime. It becomes the escape plan from clipping poodle nails for pennies. They pack up for Los Angeles, the factory of dreams and nightmares. Tiffany quits grooming, sinks every cent into gear, cameras, lights, editing bays. Early YouTube? Piper singing off key, doing challenges in tiny apartments, cute, harmless looking. But Tiffany's already running it like a business. Bigger smile, more energy, fans want joy. Piper delivers, because mom gave up everything, or so the narrative goes. 2017, the pivot that changes everything. Tiffany decides one kid isn't enough scale. Enter Piper's squad. A rotating crew of preteens and teens, Sawyer, Sophia, Corinne, Hayden, Lev, more names that lit up thumbnails for years. Pranks, truth or dare, fake sleepovers, water balloon wars in that rented Hills house with the infinity pool and neon game room. Subscribers explode, 12 million plus at peak, brands swarm, merch sells out, estimates put Piper's annual haul between $4.2 and $7.5 million. Private school cash, jet set cash, empire cash. But hold up, let's be real for a second. Those best friends forever videos, they weren't organic fun. 12 to 14-hour shoot days, kids dragged in early, eyes heavy, fueled by energy drinks and promises of fame. Tiffany directs like a general. No phones during filming, endless retakes. This is your shot, guys, don't blow it. Parents sign on thinking exposure equals opportunity. Until the red flags stack, people who were around back then, crew, family friends, early collaborators, described Tiffany as relentless, algorithm obsessed, yelling at Piper to nail the take. Pushing girls into outfits that pushed boundaries. Sexier sells to 12-year-olds. Lose a couple pounds for the lens. Hunter Hill enters the picture too. Tiffany's boyfriend, mid-20s, always on set. On camera, he's the fun big brother. Off camera, sleeping over, helping film, part of the management. Insiders say he kept things rolling no matter the vibe. Money mostly funneled to Piper Inc. squad kids. Little to nothing. No formal contracts, no back-end cuts. It's all for the brand. Parents push back. Tiffany guilt trips. You're hurting Piper's dream. Some families bail early. Their own channels suddenly nosedive. Views vanish. Reports fly. Whispers of bots. Mass flags. Connections at YouTube to throttle reach. One mom later told reporters it felt like she owned them. Walk away and get buried. Piper stays the star. Face of the merch, tours, interviews, but the pressure hits her hardest. Makeup too young, poses rehearsed, smiles drilled. Offset, tears, burnout, learning early that affection equals performance, that her body and charm are the product. This is the groundwork, the pretty cage built on a child's labor while Tiffany tallied the wins. But the real darkness was simmering underneath, and when the kids finally broke silence, the whole thing started to bleed. The machine kept churning through 2019 and 2020, new faces in, old ones out if they resisted. The house, all glass walls and pool glow, looked like paradise on screen. Behind, isolation, rules, Tiffany's word final, dawn wake-ups, scripted chaos, phones checked, world reduced to content and approval. Hunter hovered, extra footage, jokes about maturing out of innocent stuff. Tiffany brushed it off with laughs. Then the comments got darker. Court filings and leaks later revealed Tiffany's off-camera talk crossed every line. Body critiques, sexualized jokes, that dead cat voice, Lenny. Lenny wants to know if you're growing up, big boy. Kids laughed uncomfortably. It stuck. One girl alleged touches during costume changes. Just fitting. Another claimed Tiffany sent underwear pics to a stalker fan using a fake profile. He pays good. Gifts roll in. To preteens. Boosts engagement. Parents started noticing. Kids returning home withdrawn. Nightmares. One found messages. Tiffany telling a girl to ignore her own mom. She's jealous of your shine. Another learned her son got 0 for videos generating millions. Exposure pays off eventually. Tensions boiled. Kids quit. Families pulled them. Tiffany retaliated, angry calls, ungrateful. Then digital warfare, demonetizations, shadow bans. Views cratered 80% for some overnight. One ex-member said, she had pull, she made sure we paid. This wasn't petty drama, this was enforcement. A message, leave and disappear. Piper defended hard, posted mom's my everything. But her eyes in later clips, hollow, exhausted, trapped in the role she was raised for. Then the bomb, January 2022, 11 kids and parents file suit. 22 million demanded. Targets Tiffany Smith, Hunter Hill, Piper, Rockelle Incorporated. Allegations, emotional abuse, physical sexual harassment, exploitation, unpaid wages, retaliation. Filings graphic, Sawyer on creepy Lenny questions about bodies, Sophia on inappropriate contact, Corinne on stalker packages. Texts, emails, parent affidavits, cult control, predatory environment. Tiffany fired back, denied everything, countersued 30 million for extortion. Jealous parents, Piper posted support. All lies, mom's the strongest. The case crawled, depositions ripped open old wounds, kids testified through tears. She stole my childhood. YouTube demonetized the channel, brands bolted, revenue dried. 2024, settlement lands, 1.85 million split among the 11, no guilt admitted. Closure for the kids. Lawyers called it practical. Avoid trial airing every detail publicly. But the story didn't end, it amplified. April 2025, Netflix unleashes bad influence, the dark side of kidfluencing. 3 episodes, squad survivors speak raw, prison with toys, Tiffany prayed. Piper was trapped too. Experts break down child labor gaps, no Coogan protections for influencers. Money to parents, kids as unpaid props. Piper responds defensively, posts stories. Untrue, money motivated. In follow-up interviews, she doubles down. Mom's my rock. She turns 18 August 2025, freedom clock starts ticking. Teases paid content on Brand Army first, risque shots, no full explicit, fans buzz, speculate. Money's tight, YouTube gone, sponsors vanished post-scandal, empire in ashes. New Year's 2026, OnlyFans launches, midnight, content ramps quick. Screenshot drops, 2.9 million day one, broke records, meant to be. But come on, we all know that's the line they sell. This wasn't choice born in vacuum, this was trajectory. Sexualized from 10, outfits pushed, stalker fed, show more skin, body trained as commodity. Kid era dies, adult pivot the only lane left profitable. Insiders say Tiffany still orbits, managing, advising. Closer than ever, Piper cries in specials about fault for mom's lost respect, loyalty twisted tight. Price paid, childhood commodified, innocence erased, reputation locked as the girl who went there. Old fans grieve, new subs, many grown men pour in. Cycle her mom allegedly started now direct deposit. 3 million in 24 hours sounds like jackpot, but it's the final invoice. Dark truth Tiffany tried hiding behind family vlogs and smiles. So Piper turns 18 on August 21, 2025. The calendar flips like a guillotine. No more Kidstar Shield. No more plausible deniability for the brands that already ran screaming after the lawsuit and the Netflix doc. The YouTube empire is ashes. Demonetized, shadow banned, subscriber count frozen in time while the algorithm buries anything new. Sponsorships? Ghosted? Merch? Collecting dust in some warehouse? The money that used to roll in monthly like clockwork? Stopped cold. Piper's still got the name, the followers, the muscle memory of performing for a camera, but the kid-friendly lane is officially closed for business. She doesn't waste time mourning. December 2025, she starts teasing. Cryptic TikToks. Mirror selfies in lingerie that skirts the line but doesn't quite cross it. Lives where she says things like big changes coming with that same practiced smile she used in prank videos when she was 12. Fans lose their minds in the comments, half begging her not to, half hyping her like she's about to drop the greatest glow-up of all time. The other half, grown men who've been lurking since the squad days, typing hard eyes and praying she finally goes full explicit. Берегите себя и не верьте никому на слово, даже мне. Оставайтесь злыми и думающими. January 1st, 2026, midnight Pacific time, the OnlyFans page goes live, link blasted everywhere, she still has reach, Instagram stories, TikTok bio, X-pin tweet. First posts are calculated, lingerie sets, slow motion twirls, tease shots that promise more if you pay up, no full nudity right out the gate, she eases them in, smart, builds the anticipation, subs start flooding. Tips ping like slot machines. By the end of the first 24 hours, the leaked earnings screenshot hits X, $2.9 million total haul, 1.4 million from new subscriptions, 819,000 from paid DMs, 118,000 in straight tips. She reposts it with a simple caption, "Day 1, grateful beyond words," then deletes it a few hours later when people start doing the math and screaming fake or bot farm or sugar daddy bailout. Let's be real for a second. Come on. $3 million in 24 hours doesn't just happen by accident. That's not organic virality. That's a dam breaking. Years of pent-up demand, from the creepy uncles who used to comment all grown up now under her bikini pics when she was 15, to the simps who watched her grow from pigtails to this, all rushing the gates at once. She claims it's a record for a new creator, probably is, but records like that come with asterisks the size of billboards. And here's where the stomach really turns. This pivot wasn't born yesterday, it was baked in from the beginning. Remember the court filings? The allegations that Tiffany was already sexualizing her own daughter at 10, 11, 12? Pushing sexier outfits because views go up when you show skin, sending swimsuit pics to that stalker fan with the fake profile because he tips big and gifts arrive, the Lenny voice making inappropriate comments about bodies, the costume fittings that lingered too long, all of it dismissed as jealous parents or money grab in the countersuit, but the pattern was there. Piper grew up watching her body become currency, watched her mom monetize every inch of it under the guise of family content. So when the family content died, the only logical next step in that warped logic was to keep monetizing the body. Just cut out the middleman. No more YouTube cuts, no more brand approvals, direct to consumer, cash straight to the bank. Insiders who've spoken off record since the launch, people still close enough to get fragments, say Tiffany is very much in the picture. Not on camera, not in the posts, but advising, managing the back end, scheduling, responding to high-tip DMs when Piper's too tired. The lawsuit supposedly brought them closer. Piper said it herself in that Impact X Nightline special that dropped right after the Netflix doc backlash. Tears in her eyes, voice cracking. People think the lawsuit tore us apart. It actually made us stronger. Mom's my rock. Her Aunt Destiny backed it up in the same sit-down. Tiffany gives advice. Piper makes the final call. But come on, when your entire life has been scripted by one person, what does final call even mean anymore? Piper's doing the empowerment script hard now. In follow-up interviews, she says things like, "This was my choice. I thought it through. I wanted to take back control." Control after a decade of having zero. Ironic, right? She talks about how she never had a good reputation anyway, so might as well own it. She posts luxury flexes, new car, designer bags, trips, captioning them "manifestation works" or "fans make dreams come true." But in quieter moments, the cracks show. A live where she wipes tears and says, "I just want people to be happy for me." A story reply where she admits, "This was the hardest decision I've ever made." The girl who used to cry after 14-hour prank shoots because she was so tired is now crying because the world finally sees her as exactly what the machine trained her to be. The old fan base? Split down the middle. The ones who grew up with her as little sister feel betrayed, sick, like they watched a slow-motion tragedy. Comments under her non-adult posts are war zones. "We protected you for years and this is how it ends? Your mom did this to you?" The new subscribers? Mostly men over 30. The same demographic that used to slide into Squad Girls' DMs back in the day. The cycle Tiffany allegedly fed is now Piper's main revenue stream. Full circle. Disgusting. And the money? It's flowing. She teases life-changing numbers monthly. Posts thank you cars and houses like lottery winners do. But money doesn't erase the price tag. Therapy sessions still happening according to people who've talked to mutuals. Nightmares about the house in the hills. Guilt over ruining mom's reputation. The girl who defended Tiffany through every scandal is now carrying the same weight, just in a different costume. Берегите голову и не дайте никому думать за вас. This isn't empowerment, this is survival math. When every other door slams shut, the only one left open has a paywall, and she walked through it because the alternative was disappearing. But we're not stopping at the launch, because the real crime isn't that she started an OnlyFans. The real crime is the 15 years that made it feel like the only option. The settlement in 2024 was supposed to be the end. $1.85 million split 11 ways after lawyers took their cut. No public apology. No admission from Tiffany Smith or Hunter Hill. Just a quiet check and a gag order vibe that never quite stuck because the internet doesn't sign NDAs. The kids, now young adults, scattered. Some tried therapy and normal jobs, others dipped back into content creation on smaller platforms, careful not to mention the old house in the hills. But trauma doesn't cash out that easily. Nightmares don't respect settlements. Therapy invoices keep coming. Then April 2025 rolls around and Netflix lights the fuse again. Bad Influence, The Dark Side of Kidfluencing drops, 3 tight episodes, no fluff. Squad survivors sit in front of neutral gray backgrounds and finally say it all without fear of Tiffany's reach. Sophia F talks about the costume changes where hands lingered. She said it was for the fit. It wasn't. Sawyer describes the Lenny voice asking about his package like it was casual conversation. Corinne recounts the packages. Underwear mailed to that creepy fan account because he paid well for exclusive stuff. Parents on camera, faces older and angrier, admit they missed the signs. We thought it was family fun. We trusted her. The doc doesn't pull punches on the bigger picture either. Experts break down how influencer kids fall through every labor law crack. No Coogan account protections like child actors have. Earnings go straight to the parent or the LLC. In this case, Piper Rockelle Incorporated, controlled by Tiffany. The kids were props, unpaid labor dressed up as friendship. The house footage they show, grainy behind-the-scenes clips leaked over the years, makes your skin crawl. Kids yawning at 3 in the afternoon. Tiffany off camera barking, "Energy up!" Piper in the middle forcing that $1,000,000 smile while her eyes look dead. The series trends hard. Hashtags like Justice for Piper Squad and End Kid Exploitation blow up. Think pieces everywhere. How did we let moms turn their daughters into brands? The dark side of family vlogging. Tiffany comes out swinging in response videos, calls the doc exploitative, says Netflix is using traumatized kids for views. My daughter is the real victim here. Piper backs her publicly. Posts Instagram stories with broken heart emojis and captions like lies motivated by money, family first always. But the damage is done. The world is watching Piper differently now, not as the bubbly YouTube kid anymore, as the face of a broken system. And she's about to turn 18 in 4 months. August 21, 2025, Piper hits legal adulthood. No more excuses, no more "she's still a minor" shield for anyone defending the old content. The same day she posts a simple mirror selfie, black dress, confident stare, caption, "new chapter," comments explode, a lot of creepy "finally" from accounts that have been following since 2017. She doesn't rush into anything public right away. Spends the fall testing waters on Brand Army, that subscription platform without the full explicit label OnlyFans carries. Risque photoshoots, lingerie, bathwater teases like Belle Delphine did years ago. Nothing hardcore yet, just enough to gauge the appetite. The appetite is ravenous. Old fans unsubscribe in droves. New ones subscribe faster. Whispers start circulating in private Discords and Reddit threads. She's going of. Book it. December 2025, she ramps the teases. TikTok lives where she dodges direct questions but drops hints. Big things in 2026. I'm done playing small. Mirror videos in outfits that leave little to imagination. Fans screenshot everything. Grown men in the comments typing variations of "you grew up so well." The same energy that used to get buried in spam folders on her old posts is now front and center. Then January 1st, 2026, the launch. OnlyFans page activates at midnight. First wave of content is strategic. High production lingerie sets, slow motion dances, voice notes thanking my new family. Subs pour in like a flash flood. Tips hit 6 figures in hours. By January 2nd, the earnings screenshot leaks 2.9 million in 24 hours. She reposts it proudly. Day 1 changed everything. Deletes it later when skeptics start picking apart the numbers. How many whale subs? Sugar daddy confirmed? But the damage, or the flex, is already viral. And that's the end of the line. Survival math doesn't have a happy ending, it just has a price tag. Stay sharp. Don't let them play you. Берегите себя и свои кошельки. In the weeks after she does damage control interviews, sits down with TMZ, says through tears, "This was the hardest decision of my life, but I needed to take back control." Control. That word again. The girl whose every move was once micromanaged by Tiffany now using the same language to justify selling access to her body. She frames it as empowerment. I never had a clean reputation anyway. Might as well own my narrative. Posts, luxury hauls, new Mercedes designer drops, captioning them, "Fans make miracles happen." But in quieter moments, the mask slips. A live where she pauses too long and wipes her eyes. "I just want people to be happy for me." A reply to a hate comment, "You don't know what I've been through." Tiffany stays in the shadows but never fully gone. Sources close to the circle say she's still handling logistics, scheduling posts, fielding high-value DM requests when Piper needs a break. The lawsuit that was supposed to sever the cord only tightened it. Piper tells interviewers we're closer than ever. The drama made us unbreakable. Her Aunt Destiny echoes it. Tiffany advises, Piper decides. But when your mom has been the architect of your entire identity since age 8, deciding starts to look a lot like continuing the family business model, just with a different payment processor. The old squad watches from afar. Some post subtle support. Proud of you for surviving. Others stay silent, still healing. The fans are fractured worse than ever. Childhood viewers mourn the version of Piper they grew up with. New subscribers treat her like product. The comments under her safe post are battlegrounds. Your mom groomed you into this. We failed you. And underneath it all, the quiet horror that the same predatory energy Tiffany allegedly fed for years is now Piper's primary income stream. 3 million in one day looks like winning on paper, but zoom out, childhood erased, innocence turned into algorithm bait. Reputation cemented as the one who went off, mental health still in recovery, therapy ongoing, guilt over Tiffany's Taurus ruins image. The girl who used to apologize for being tired after shoots now apologizes for existing as an adult on her own terms. This isn't the glow-up story influencers sell. This is what happens when a system chews up a kid, spits her out at 18, and leaves only one profitable door open. The settlement checks cleared in early 2024, but money never bought peace. The 11 plaintiffs, now mostly in their early 20s, tried to move forward. Sawyer started a small gaming channel under a new name, keeping his face half hidden. Sophia went to college for psychology, ironically studying trauma while paying off the therapy bills she still racks up monthly. Corinne disappeared from public view for almost a year, only resurfacing on private TikTok lives for close friends where she'd sometimes break down mid-sentence about that house still feeling like it's in my dreams. They all signed the papers agreeing not to speak publicly about the specifics again, but NDAs don't bind the internet. Screenshots of old depositions kept circulating in private discords. Leaked text threads from the group chat Tiffany once controlled resurfaced on anonymous pastebins. The story refused to die. Then Netflix came in like a sledgehammer. April 2025, Bad Influence, The Dark Side of Kidfluencing premieres. 3 45-minute episodes that don't blink. No dramatic reenactments, no celebrity narrators, just raw interviews in plain rooms, archival footage of Piper's squad videos playing silently in split screen while the now adult kids talk over them. Sophia sits with her hands folded tight, describing how Tiffany would pull her aside during shoots. She'd say my thighs looked too big for the shorts, then touch them to show where to adjust. It wasn't about the clothes. Sawyer, voice low, recounts the Lenny voice sessions. She'd make this creepy dead cat purr and ask if my package had dropped yet. We laughed because everyone else was laughing. Looking back, it makes me want to throw up. Corinne's segment is the hardest to watch. She holds up printed screenshots of old DMs. Tiffany texting her at 13. He loves the swimsuit pic you sent last time. Send another in the pink one. He'll send something nice. The he was the stalker fan using a female-coded username. Packages arrived at the house, stuffed animals, jewelry, once even lingerie sized for a teen girl. Tiffany allegedly kept the gifts, saying it's good for morale. The parents appear too. One mother, face blurred but voice shaking, says, I pulled my daughter after she came home crying because Tiffany told her she'd never make it without showing more skin. I thought it was just tough love. I was wrong. Another father admits he ignored red flags because the checks kept coming. Small ones, but enough to make car payments. The doc hammers the legal loophole. No child labor protections for YouTube kids. Earnings funneled through Piper Rockelle Inc. Tiffany as sole officer. The kids got exposure, clout, and trauma. The adults got millions. Viewership explodes. Within a week, it's Netflix's #3 most watched documentary. Twitter, still called X, lights up with Protect Kid creators and Tiffany exposed. Former squad adjacent creators post vague stories. I was there for 2 months. I saw things. I left. Anonymous accounts drop more receipts. Old group chat logs where Tiffany brags about 7-figure months while telling a 12-year-old to smile like you mean it, sweetie. Tiffany fights back viciously. Posts a 20-minute YouTube response titled The Truth About Bad Influence Lies. Calls the doc manufactured trauma porn. Accuses Netflix of paying the kids for tears. My daughter is hurting because strangers are exploiting her pain for clicks. Piper appears in the video for 30 seconds, sitting beside her mom, eyes glassy. This isn't who we are. Family first. The clip gets clipped, memed, ratioed into oblivion, but the narrative has already shifted permanently. Piper is no longer America's little sister. She's the poster child for what happens when kid influencers age out. Every think piece mentions her name. Every true crime TikTok stitches old squad clips with the lawsuit headlines. And in 4 months, she turns 18. The birthday comes quietly at first, August 21, 2025. A private party in LA, stories show cake and balloons but no squad faces. Just Piper in a black mini dress blowing out candles, caption, New Era Unlocked. The comments are a war zone from minute 1. Don't do it, sis. We're ready when you are. Finally legal. The predators who've been waiting since she was 15 finally smell blood in the water. She spends September and October testing the temperature. Brand Army subscription page launches first. Softer platform, no automatic porn label. Photo shoots in lace sets, wet t-shirt teases, captions like exclusive for my real ones, subs climb fast. Old childhood fans unsubscribe in disgust. New ones, mostly men 30 plus, pay premium. She sees the data, knows exactly what converts. December 2025, she escalates. TikTok lives every few nights. Dodges direct OnlyFans when questions but drops hints. I'm done playing by everyone else's rules. 2026 is mine. Mirror dances in barely their outfits. Thirst traps that get saved and reposted on every sleazy subreddit. The algorithm rewards her. Views hit millions. The anticipation builds like a pressure cooker. January 1st, 2026 arrives. OnlyFans page goes live at 12:01 a.m. Pacific. First drop, professional grade lingerie carousel. Slow pans, whispered voice notes thanking my new supporters. No full nudity yet. She milks the tease phase. Subs start at $10 a month, but PPV messages and custom requests skyrocket the real money. By January 2nd morning, the leaked backend screenshot is everywhere. 2.9 million in gross revenue, 1.4 million from tier 1 subs, 819,000 from locked DMs, 118,000 pure tips. She reposts it to her ex with a halo emoji and day 1 blessings, deletes it 12 hours later when the fake accusations hit fever pitch. In the first press run, she frames it perfectly. TMZ sit down February 2, 2026, eyes shining, voice soft. This was terrifying. I cried for days before hitting publish, but after everything, I needed something that was just mine. No algorithm telling me what to be. No mom deciding the angle, just me. She pauses, wipes a tear the camera loves. I thought about my childhood a lot. How everything was always for views. This feels like taking the power back. The clip goes mega viral. Empowerment warriors rally. Trauma-informed critics call it textbook grooming aftermath. Both sides are right and both are wrong. Tiffany stays mostly silent publicly but doesn't vanish. Sources who still talk to people in the orbit say she's running logistics. Editing batches of content at night, responding to top tippers when Piper crashes from exhaustion, negotiating brand crossovers that skirt the explicit line. The lawsuit that was supposed to break them apart only fused them tighter. Piper tells a Rolling Stone profile in late January, "We talk every day. She's the only one who really understands what it's like to have your whole life dissected. She's proud of me." Proud. The same word she used when Piper hit 10 million subscribers at 13. The squad survivors watch quietly. A few post indirect support. Black heart emojis under Piper's safe posts. Others stay dark, still processing. One anonymous former member tells a podcaster off record in February 2026, seeing her on OnlyFans hurts in a different way. It's like the house never stopped filming, just changed the lens. The money keeps pouring. February 14, 2026, today estimates put her monthly recurring at over 800,000 after fees. Luxury posts roll in. Matte black G-Wagon with red interior. Caption, "Thank you for the upgrade. Chanel bags stacked like trophies. Trips to Dubai teased in stories." But the comments under everything are a graveyard of grief. Childhood fans typing essays, "I used to watch you with my little sister. This breaks my heart. Your mom did this? Please get real help." The new fan base drowns them out with wallet emojis and queen spam. Piper keeps smiling for the camera. Posts gym selfies at 6 a.m. Caption, "Building my empire." But the cracks keep showing. A deleted live clip circulates where she freezes mid-sentence, looks off camera, whispers, "I'm fine," before ending the stream. A story reply to a hate comment, "You don't know the nights I cried myself to sleep thinking I ruined everything for her. Her, Tiffany, still the center of gravity." This isn't triumph. This is adaptation to a machine that never gave her another path. From pageants at 4 to OnlyFans at 18. Every step logical in the twisted logic of monetized childhood. 3 million in one day wasn't luck. It was the dam finally bursting after 15 years of pressure. And the most disturbing part, she's still defending the architect. The cycle is complete now. From Canton, Georgia pageants at 4 years old to OnlyFans millions at 18. Every step was engineered, every pivot predictable in hindsight. The house in the hills isn't just a set anymore. It's a ghost that follows Piper Rockelle everywhere. She still wakes up in LA, scrolls through comments that swing from worship to pity to predation and posts anyway. Because stopping would mean silence. Silence would mean disappearing. And disappearing in this world is worse than being dissected. February 14, 2026, Valentine's Day. Piper drops a special post. Red lace set, heart-shaped balloons, caption, "Sending love to my Valentines, thank you for making today special." Subs spike again. Tips flood in with messages like, "You deserve the world queen," and worse ones she probably deletes before anyone sees. The numbers keep climbing. Monthly recurring estimates hit 850,000 after platform cuts. Annual projection? 10 million plus if she maintains pace. More than her peak YouTube years, with zero ad revenue splits, zero brand approvals, zero Tiffany barking "smile bigger" on set, direct, unfiltered hers, or so the narrative goes. But zoom in on the quiet moments. A deleted Instagram story from last week. Black screen, white text. "Some days I miss when everything was simple. Gone in minutes." A live clip that leaked where she pauses mid-sentence, stares off camera like someone just spoke to her, then forces a laugh. Sorry, zoned out, mom's calling. The Aunt Destiny still pops up in occasional family photos Piper posts, birthday dinners, holiday gatherings, Tiffany always in the frame, arm around Piper's shoulders, smile wide. Family first isn't just a caption anymore, it's armor. Piper talks about therapy in vague terms during interviews. I'm working on myself every day. Healing isn't linear, but people who've known her circle whisper the sessions are frequent. Nightmares about the Lenny voice, flashbacks to fittings that weren't fittings. Guilt spirals where she blames herself for the lawsuit, for the doc, for ruining mom's life. The same mom who allegedly sent teen underwear to a stalker fan for gifts. The same mom who pushed sexier content when Piper was 12. The same mom who's now quietly managing the OnlyFans calendar, vetting custom requests, taking a cut that never gets named publicly. This is the darkest layer. Not the 3 million day one haul, not the luxury post, the loyalty, the unbreakable bond forged in trauma and codependency. Piper defends Tiffany harder now than she did during the lawsuit. In a recent podcast clip that went viral last month, people don't understand. She gave up everything for me. The hate she gets, it's because of me. I owe her my life. Owe her. After everything laid bare in court docs, in depositions, in Netflix interviews, the girl who was groomed into performance at 8 still sees her mom as the victim. And the industry? It shrugs and keeps scrolling. No new regulations for kid influencers, no Coogan-style protections. Platforms still rake in billions while parents turn toddlers into content farms. OnlyFans doesn't ask questions as long as you're 18 and consenting. The machine doesn't care who gets chewed up, it just needs fresh meat, same script, different thumbnails. What happens next is the question nobody wants to answer out loud. Will Piper burn out in 2 years like so many before her? Crash from the emotional whiplash of being worshipped and demonized in the same breath? Or will she scale, hire a team, launch merch lines tied to her brand, maybe even pivot back to mainstream once the controversy cools? She's 20 now, technically free, but freedom looks a lot like the same cage when the bars are made of subscriber notifications and direct deposits. The disturbing price isn't just the childhood sold, it's the adulthood that's already mortgaged. $3 million in one day was the opening bid. The real cost is paid daily, in deleted stories, forced smiles, therapy copays, and the quiet knowledge that the only way out was deeper in. Piper Rockelle isn't a villain or a victim in black and white. She's a product of a system that ate her young and is still digesting. Tiffany Smith didn't just hide the truth, she built an empire on it. And when the empire crumbled, the only salvageable asset left was Piper herself. That's the dark truth Hollywood and the influencer world tried to bury. The one that keeps resurfacing no matter how many settlements or deletions or family first posts they throw at it. And that's the episode. If you're still sitting here in the dark with me, heart heavy, stomach turned, you get it. You see the pattern, you know this isn't isolated. Smash that subscribe if you want more doors kicked open, like this if it hits you where it hurts. Drop in the comments right now, who do you want me to go after next? Another kid star chewed up by the machine? A momager still pulling strings? A whole network of them? And if you've got the kind of info that never sees daylight, leaked DMs, set stories, receipts from the inner circle, send it my way. Anonymity is locked in 100%. Links are in the description. No judgment, just truth. I'm strange. We don't look away. We stare until it bleeds. See you in the next one. Stay dirty.